Mas Adi apa Mas Adi? Mas Adi profesinya apa Mas Adi Akbar? Oh QA, bukan. Ah, ini Nafisa Razia dulu, Razia dulu. Ah, ini Nafisa Tourism Guide Customer. Oke, Japanese learner. Oke. Oke, thank you teman-teman udah hadir di sini. Hari ini kita temanya latihan interview. Sebenarnya yang paling kita cari di sini adalah cara ngomongnya nggak belibet. Misalnya teman-teman punya gaji, ekspektasi gaji, kita tuh selalu genap, tidak 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 kayak gitu ya. Lipatannya seperti itu. Kelipatannya seperti itu. So, misalnya teman-teman nanti kalau dapat jatah itu sampaikan konteksnya dulu seperti apa. Kayaknya bisa pakai LinkedIn ya teman-teman ya. Kemarin kita udah coba, tapi nggak pakai LinkedIn ya. Technical support Mas Adi. Nah, contohnya misalnya aku nih, aku mau jadi SR, aku mau jadi kandidat. Teman-teman yang act sebagai SR langsung lihat punya profilnya, jadi dapat dia apa. Terus nanti yang bicara itu em, yang apa namanya interviewernya, yang kamu seolah-olah interviewer langsung cari di ChatGPT pertanyaan SR questions for bla 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 profesinya UI UX bla 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 segala macam kayak gitu ya. Nah, jadi teman-teman dapat konteksnya siapa nih yang mau ditanya-tanya kayak gitu ya. Siapa nih yang mau ditanya-tanya? Jadi kita bermain karakter. Tujuannya biar teman-teman merasakan, oh kayak gini ya kalau misalnya aku bawa recehan ke meja interview. Gini. Nggak nampak nih, aku nggak lihat kamera. Nggak lihat kamera. Oh, gini rasanya. Jadi eh, tujuannya adalah terbiasa. Aku suka ambil katanya Pak Kristo, over preparations always better rather than less preparations. Nah, jadi ini yang aku mau bantu ke teman-teman kayak gitu loh. Ya, balik lagi ya ke meja interview bukan magic. Aku udah banyak lihat orang yang bahasa Inggris. Tadi juga aku interview bahasa Inggris. Ada masnya nggak ya di sini? Siapa tadi ya? Oh, Mas Hari. Mas Hari ngomongnya bahasa Inggrisnya lancar. Tiba-tiba dia di dalam bahasa Inggrisnya apa ya namanya kayak gitu. Ceplosan my name ini we delegate bla 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 terus apa ya namanya apa ya namanya itu kan bahasa Inggris ya. Ini jadi ke bilang lagi bahasa Indonesia. Just imagine kita masuk ke sebuah interview dengan bule, beda cultures, beda beda culture, beda etnis dan banyak lagi lah ya, beda working cultures juga kayak gitu dan kita bawa sesuatu recehan. Aku udah banyak banget bawa teman-teman yang recehan ke klien-klien luar kayak gitu ya, klien-klien luar. Jadi mereka bilang kok kayak gini sih Indi kayak gitu loh, kok recehan sih ini semuanya. Nah, ada satu lagi yang kalau misalnya berlebihan aku pernah dibilang klien kayak gini teman-teman. Don't put lipstick on the pig lips. Itu gara-gara gua kelebihan sugar coating. Ya, aku sebagai recruiters, aku juga sugar coating teman-teman yang mau dijual kayak gitu ya. Uh, dia dan kliennya bilang ya, waktu itu kliennya base headquarternya Singapura, tapi dia bukan orang Singapura kayak US, UK, or something kayak gitulah. Tapi dia headquarternya di Singapura. Gua digituin, terus kayak oke, gua nggak boleh berlebihan dan gimana nih caranya kita juga nggak berlebihan. Nah, ada lagi kemarin saran dari Mas Alfian yang bilangnya seperti ini. Aku baru dapat juga ya. dalam STAR metodenya. Kemarin kan Fajian juga ngomong ya, Bang, kepanjangan, terus dibilang dapat feedback sama kliennya kepanjangan gitu ya. Aku baru dapat feedback juga yang sama dari Mas Alfian. Mas Alfian ini salah satu yang orang yang berhasil aku placement di Eropa. Terus dia jadi technical recruiters dan jadi technical recruiters juga di Eropa, sehingga aku tuh sering kasih jobs. Dia minta talent ke gua kayak gitu loh. Nah, tahu dia bilang misalnya ada talent setengah matang, tolong diperbaiki interview anak ini, nanti kita masuk lagi ke pasar Eropa ke klien yang berbeda. Gitu, teman-teman. Mulai dari aku di sini ada adik kelas aku, teman seperjuangan gua di Naval Architectures, namanya Zainal. Halo Zainal. Open cam.
Halo,
Kalian nggak punya habit open cam ya? Enggak, serius. Serius, yang lainnya. Ini. Aku kerja di perusahaan Singapura tuh kayak nggak berdosa gitu kalau aku misalnya nggak open cam ya.
Koneksinya lagi busuk, Bang.
Oke, boleh.
Sorry ya.
Sip, aman. Oke, Nal, aman nggak Nal?
Ntar lu Bang, gue gelap banget lagi nih. Ntar ya.
Oke, BTW kalian salah satunya boleh loh beli mic kayak gini cuma 200.000, is just like 1 month coffee time. It's very very good kayak gitu ya. Terus kalau kamera jelek, that's masih kayak oke kayak gitu ya. Tapi kalau suara jelek, menurutku ya, that's not tolerance gitu sih. Nggak siap Konal. Oh, Mas Bimo lah.
Halo,
Atau siapa yang mau maju duluan lah. Kita kemarin tuh saya boleh.
Saya, Bang.
Fazri, tadi siapa duluan bilang? Saya Bang. Bentar Bang, saya Fazri. Kayaknya yang Dendi duluan ya?
Halo Bang.
Ini nggak jadi nih si Zainal nih. Ayo udahlah, Dendi. Fazri, Dendi dulu ya.
Oke.
Oke. Atau lu mau jadi Dendi konteks kasih LinkedIn biar kami ada waktu untuk bertanya. Atau gini ya teman-teman ya. Semua dari kita jadi interviewer. Biar kita keroyok aja satu orang. Seru nggak tuh?
Boleh.
Ya kan? Kita keroyok aja. Jadi kayak kalau misalnya sebuah latihan ya, kita dikeroyok di sini sama dikeroyok sama SR kan lebih, cuman segini bro. Iya, cuman segini cobaan lu kayak gitu. Oke, kita coba ya. Halo Mas Daryl, your camera so good. Oke,
Thank you.
Oke, kita tiba-tiba semuanya jadi interviewer dan semuanya boleh bertanya dengan cara open cam. Mas Salman, apa kabar?
Baik Kang, baru pulang kantor.
Siap. Oke, Mas Salman ini Telkom kalau nggak salah ya. Ya, iya benar nggak ya?
Bukan Kang.
Salah lagi gue. Oke, mohon maaf. Oke, Dendi yang Revoyu, aku ingat, yang Kalimantan.
Saya mau duluan soalnya saya sendiri kayaknya yang jualan cireng, padahal yang lain jualan makanan berat Bang. Jadi kayak pressure-nya terlalu tinggi. Kemarin mau gabung kan, lihat wah orang-orang yang lain kayaknya jualannya berat-berat nih gitu. Jadi
nggak apa-apa.
Ya.
Mas, Anda harus lihat progresnya Mas Laba loh. Beneran, dia datang ke sini tuh kayak di interview tuh kayak mau nangis. Tahu nggak sih anak SD yang kita mau setoran ngaji itu kan, setoran ngaji yang hafalan gitu kan kayak mau nangis ya kita ya. Gua ya, spesialnya gua ya. Kayak mau nangis dia, serius. Oke, teman-teman. Di sini ada Dendi, konteksnya itu LinkedIn-nya, boleh dikepo-kepo. Misalnya siapa ya mau jadi Bimo, Adi, sama Daryl jadi yang open cam lah ya, yang punya open cam kalian berhak jadi interviewer kayak gitu ya. Nanti coba ditanya aja biar kita matiin nyalinya Dendi di sini. Tapi bukan semangatnya ya. Oke. Okay, Dendi, thank you for coming here. My name is Andy. I'm looking for data analyze Python Power BI for my company. And I see your profiles, then you come out with your applications, and I think that's good enough to see you, good enough to listen more about you. Oke, Dendi, kasih konteks dulu, Den. Mau gaji berapa, Den?
Ya
5,
standar-standarnya
10, 5, 10,
lima aja lah.
15. 5
Masih
ya, oke,
awal-awal.
5 ya. Oke, 5 ya. Oke, Dendi, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, first of all, thank you Bang Andi because giving me a chance.
Bang
to
Andi, kita
introduce
interview
myself.
ini.
Oh iya. Ya anggaplah Bang Andi yang interview. First of all, thank you for giving me a chance to introduce myself. My name is Dendi Kurnia Rekman and I am from West Kalimantan. I am Bachelor of English Education from IKIP EGRI Pontianak, and I have various experience related to teaching, and also different industries. My first and right now I am trying to switch my career into data analytics because I'm interested with how data analytics work. My business experience first is started as an English teacher in SMK Bina Bangsa Vocational High School, where there I teach English and multimedia, and also creating curriculum that fit for them based on the degrees and based on my observation. So I already did my research on data analytics even before I ever jumped to data analytics. And after that, I become a store supervisor in Mr. DIY in Sanggo branch for quite a while, where there I control the daily store on that store, and also doing reportings, and also some things related to the store, for example, like marketings that to improve the revenue of the store. And after that, I become sales bank insurance in Manulife in Pontianak, whereas there I not only informing about insurance for the client, but also to find out what is the perfect solution for their problem related to the insurance company. And right now I am focusing into data analytics, started with self-learning and jumping into RepoU because I understand that self-learning is not enough, and I really need context related to data analytics in the real space. That's why I joined RepoU program, whereas there I not only learn about things about tools in data analytics, but also the business context, and working some cases, some projects there. And also I conducted a virtual internship with RepoU and Hasna Medica, and some of my creation is project related to Hasna Medica HR and medical dashboard, and also to see how related to their data and how to improving the control of the HR and the business in Hasna Medica. The reason I want to join this company because I am really interested with data analytics, and also I understand that with my experience related.
I lost him.
Unique experience.
Okay.
Sorry, sampai mana tadi Bang?
Related.
Related to data analytics, I can give a unique experience because in LWE, not only you are providing how to improve ourselves as recruiters and but also as a job seeker, but also teaching, so I can give my different perspective based on that. That's only for me. Thank you for the time.
Ada yang Dapanas mau nanya dulu?
Boleh dong, cobain Mas Andi.
Oke.
Okay, thank you, Dendi, for your explanation. Good evening. Introduce me, I'm Daryl. From the company perspective, I represent the product team to see how good you are or how deep you are at learning the data analytics sides of the from based on your RevoU program or internship. Okay, what I'm trying to dig from you is I work with data analysts before and I work with data team before. It's easy to collect data. Everyone could collect data these days using ChatGPT, DeepSeek, or whatever you want to use as a tool. But I see that the data team that could make an impact is data team that could explain data usually in, let's say, a senior stakeholder perspective, because not all of senior stakeholders could understand, let's say, too technical data. So also, I'm interested in your, let's say, experience as a teacher or as a supervisor at Mr. DIY, because as a supervisor, you also have a lot of team that might need to understand a lot of data that might be too complicated, so you have to translate it. So what I'm trying to ask is, how could you simplify or present data in the simple or simplest way possible? So a lot of people that usually come from different background, because some people in the company might come from product, engineering, or marketing, or HR, could understand what you are trying to say or what you are trying to prove, let's say, with that data. Okay, I give you some time to explain.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Daryl, for the question. I understand most of the people don't really understand when we are talking about technical things, especially when I conducted data analytics project with my college. There, we throw out a lot of technical mumbo jumbo that most common people that doesn't understand. So in order to do that, in order to giving direct explanation that easily understand with common people, I try to giving the simplest way to understand, and the simplest way is to understand the user first. How far he is understand by the process, the business, his business understanding, and also how deep his knowledge related to data analytics and stuff. So understanding the user by his knowledge related to business and also the related to data analytics is important to convey out the message. That's all for me. Thank you. Maybe you can ask me again related to other.
Daryl, you get it? The answer? Or not
Yes, I think I still haven't satisfied about how the actual method, because from your data analyst associate internship with Hasna Medica from RevoU, you explained that there is 740,000 transaction records. Like I read a lot of big data and I built some master data, and I know how to, let's say, filter it or how to make sense that 1,000 rows of data. But let's say if I am a chief product, I might not really handle big amount of data anymore. How could you explain that dashboard that was filled with 740,000 transaction record that also have a lot of information within one line of records? to someone that only have five minutes of their time to listen to what you are trying to say, and you have, in most case, from what I experienced in my professional career, that 5 minutes, in that 5 minutes, you have to be able to convince someone in that position, usually the higher position, to buy your concept or to whatever you're trying to say with that data. Okay, so how could you do that?
Other than understanding the user and their understanding about this understanding, one of the most important things for me, based on your question, is using the correct metrics. If I say 175,000 to someone who doesn't understand big data, they just think, is it big or is it small? But if I giving a different perspective, for example, it's, for example, we have example on the industry. For example, the size of the data is 200,000. And we giving 175 is as a percentage. It will give the user more understandability, because some metrics like percentage or other can be more comprehensible, other than just simple numbers like 175, as you mentioned before. Is that my answer is answering your question?
Okay, I have difficulty to understand it straight away, but I get your message. Perhaps what you're trying to say is, instead of showing the number of the data, the raw data, or maybe the thousands of data, you instead using percentage to represent that data, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
Thank you for your question too.
Mas Salman udah open mic tuh. Ini technical lead loh, tim lead nih.
Okay, Mr. Derni, I'm from technical lead of big data. I see that you have comprehensive knowledge as a data analyst associate. And from what I see in LinkedIn, actually you jump or you switch career from education to data analyst. What reason do you have? The first question is, what reason do you have to make that you have to change career as a data analyst? The second question is regarding the question from Mr. Daryl. From what I see is client doesn't always to see the perspective of data, but client want to see how the data makes business decision. Regarding that, if you have in the future next with client to improve business decision with your knowledge in data analysis, how could you improve that business using your knowledge?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Salman, for the question. First of all, for the first question, what is the reason for me switching from teaching English into data analytics? My biggest reason is I want to bring more direct impact into the world, and also while giving me a work that I passionate with. To be honest, teaching as an English teacher is giving huge impact into my surroundings, especially for students that doesn't understand English, but it
Do you
doesn't
teach
spark.
senior level or lower level also?
If I want to say as a teacher, I would say, what do you mean about senior or lower level? Is it
I
related
mean,
to?
when you are a teacher, you are teaching senior high school or junior high school.
I'm teaching junior and senior high school, vocational high
Okay.
school. But let's back to the answer.
Okay.
Teaching also giving impact on the board, but it doesn't spark me because the feedback that given by the student to me is to not giving me more semangat spirits, not giving me not giving me to spirits, because most of the time students in what I know is mostly just come to the school, and because they are will asked to come, and based on my surroundings, it doesn't give me a positive side as a teacher. While I am also a person who likes to uh, teach, but in my surroundings, it's not really giving my positive impression. And while I'm trying to teach English, but while trying to giving positive feedback for myself, just for myself, but while surrounding is just giving a positive impact, negative feedback for me, it's very feeling very bad. That's why I'm switching to another career. And data analytics sparks me because I'm really interested with technological, for example, like computer science and stuff, but I don't have any degree of that. But I used to learn something related to Python or Sparks and other tools like managing Android stuff. That's why when I'm related open. Oh my god! When I uh, uh, understand know data analytics, that's why I really interested with that. And for the second question, I'm sorry, what is your second question?
The second question is regarding client just want to know how the data improve business decision. How do you correlate about that? If somehow you present the data in many million of row, and the client just have maybe 5 to 10 minutes and want to know from your perspective that okay, what I want, you have this data, you have you present the data to me. I want to know what makes can the data make or improve business decision. What is apa ya? Aduh, bingung.
Ya, Mr. Salman.
Jadi agak Indonesia, sorry ya. Jadi intinya in my experience, kadang klien nggak ngelihat jutaan datanya semuanya gitu kan. Kalian hanya lebih melihat bahwa ini bisa improve business decision nggak gitu. Nah, kalau misalnya kejadian kayak gitu, misalnya you have misalnya maybe 5 minutes talking to the client gitu, what you bring to the table gitu istilahnya. What you bring to the table itu istilahnya apa yang kamu bawa nih supaya istilahnya your presentation itu berimpact lah istilahnya seperti itu.
If I want to give a real impact to the client while having a lack of time for them, what I say is showing the impact based on the calculation. For example, not only giving recommendation based on my analysis, but also giving the test of that recommendation. For example, doing A/B testing or something related to that. That is more real, showing real impact by calculation rather than just say it's probably increasing this by this percentage. That's why doing calculation like A/B testing is more impactful, more impactful for the client and more understandable because there is some calculation that we can explain to the client.
Oke guys, nggak banyak feedback dari aku. Kalau misalnya teman-teman, thank you Dendi, Mas Salman, Mas Deril.
Oke.
Nggak apa-apa, kita selalu di sini. Kalau misalnya feedback dari aku, you don't have to explain everything from all of your experience, but mostly that you have to explain is about your core experience for data analysis, your portfolio, and then maybe apa lagi itu ya, yang why explain more on the data things, not the insurance, teachings, etc. Coba kamu lihat waktu jam berapa sekarang? 30 menit.
1:34.
Ini 30 menit, kita mulai 30 menit just for tesis lah ya, 20 menit kayak gitu ya, 20 lebih menit just for masih di tadi ya, kalau misalnya kamu ngitung ya. Nanti ada recordnya ya kan. Kamu lihat nanti kayak oke, masih di bagian awal aja kita consume a lot of time kayak gitu loh. Terus kamu udah consume yang STAR method belum ya?
Saya udah udah baca, udah tahu juga soalnya dijelaskan di Revoyu juga. Tapi kadang lupa walaupun udah punya frameworknya nih. Jadi pada saat tiba-tiba
That's why we need practice. Terus lu kan seorang English teachers ya, English tutor lah kayak gitu. Masa English tutor masih banyak nya? Ini this a question sih, is questioning sih kayak gitu. Oke, nggak banyak. Aku juga I'm not perfect person to handle this interview but kita sebenarnya di sini lagi naikin nyali sama belibet. That's core of this meetingnya gitu ya. Oke, thank you Dendi. Kalau misalnya teman-teman if Dendi wants to come to your company with this interview, nggak apa-apa, kasih tahu yes or no kayak gitu ya, yes or no. Yes or no-nya 1 yes, 2 nggak usah no lah ya, 2 1 yes, 2 hold dulu, lihat kandidat lain, Kita di SR ya, di SR nih kayak gini. Di SR nih kayak gini. Oke, 1 2 3. Kita lihat Dendi ya, bukan saya yang menyatakan ya Dendi ya.
Understandable Bang.
Oke, nggak apa-apa. That's why you come to LWA, right? Kayak gitu kan. Ini lo harus dengar Aba pertama kali interview, udah gue lihat tadi dia bilang ada datang ya. Dia macam mau nangis. Sekarang sudah final step kita di Eropa within a month. Kayak gitu ya. Oke, kayak gitu ya. Nextnya, let's say setelah ya, kalau misal tadi gaji 5 juta, kalau misalnya intern masih oke nggak? Yes or no? Yes or no? Or no? Aku nego nih, biar ada semangatnya orang-orang ini. Kalau 1 ya, intern masih ada yang yes, nggak apa-apa, masih ada harapan kayak gitu. Oke, Dendi.
Intern yes lah.
Oke, that's your performance, right? Kayak gitu ya. That's your performance, right? That's a fact from teman-teman yang orang nih ya, lihat foto-foto orang ini, saya tandain. Orang ini baru 5 menit jadi SR aja udah nge-reject lu. Apalagi gua 7 tahun. That's bener gak sekarang ya?
Betul.
Bener ya?
Yang profesional, yang
profesional
aja.
Mas Salman sama yang tadi orang data ada feedback nggak?
Feedbacknya sih mungkin technical jargonnya tadi kayak misalnya technical mambo jambo sebenarnya nggak ada ya itu apa.
Iya betul.
Terus kalau bisa sih sebenarnya kayak dari LinkedIn karena sebenarnya basic saya juga bahasa Inggris Kang, sastra Inggris. Cuman masukin IF testnya gitu. Karena kan base Akang bahasa Inggris, karena supaya orang yakin gitu bahwa dengan kemampuannya gitu kayak apa. Kayak kemarin saya pun bisa naik ke interview karena bahasa Inggris saya C1 advance gitu. Jadi kadang ada perihal lain juga sih yang bisa jadi pertimbangan sih kayak gitu sih.
Saya ada masukan TOEFL sih, cuman kayaknya ketutup sama sertifikat yang lain gitu.
Ya nggak apa-apa di show off aja sih gitu.
Ya, ya. Oke, aman. Daryl aman?
Aman. Sebenarnya kalau dari sudut pandang saya, biasanya sih maksudnya kan saya maksudnya udah di level mid up manager lah ya. Misalnya saya nggak interview orang 10 orang sehari gitu. Biasanya yang paling memorable itu nyambungin kerjaannya sama solusinya siapapun. Misalnya kita HR gitu ya. Itu yang paling susah sih biasanya Mas Dendi. Soalnya maksudnya banyak tuh orang yang bisa ngedesain misalnya UI UX itu. Saya juga dulu mantan graphic designer sama UI UX. Tapi mereka nggak bisa bikin sesuatu yang nyambung sama perusahaannya gitu. Jadi sebatas bikin data yang ratusan ribu juga itu belum tentu malah jadi ini. Bahkan sebenarnya jujur ya, dari sudut pandang data management, product management, yang saya pernah bikin big data atau data warehouse gitu, semakin banyak data sampah itu cost bahkan. Like direct cost gitu. Karena itu kan harus dibayar ya storage cloud-nya atau mungkin physical storage-nya gitu. Jadi kadang justru data itu bisa ngebunuh juga sebenarnya. Itu mungkin kenapa korelasinya yang saya tanyain itu kenapa data itu lu simpen terus lu apain gitu. Lu apainnya tanda kutip dalam artian jadiin duit, bukan malah jadiin expenses buat company-nya buat disimpan tapi nggak bisa dimanfaatin. Itu aja sih mungkin sudut pandang rada teknikalnya, tapi saya coba sederhanain karena biasanya stakeholder itu nggak peduli gitu kayak gue mau nggak ngerti lu ngomong apa gitu. Kalau mereka nggak ngerti itu udah kayak wah udah itu red flag gitu. Biasanya nanti ditanyanya manajernya Mas Dendi gitu kayak. Jadi kan itu buang-buang waktu sebenarnya gitu. Harusnya kan orangnya aja langsung yang giving the point gitu. Mungkin itu aja sih.
Oke, ini kali ini yang nampar banyak ya. gue jadi seru deh hadir. Nanti malah anak-anak datang sini, gue nggak mau bang, trauma bang ya gitu ya. Trauma gue datang latihan interview malah kayak gini kalau kayak gini. Oke. Next kita ke siapa tadi yang mau lagi? Fazrian? Oke.
Halo.
Oke, Fazrian kasih konteks dulu.
Link ini udah deh tadi.
Oh iya, saya. Kasih lagi, banyak yang baru udah masuk.
Oke, sebentar.
Oke, teman-teman yang baru datang, kita ada di sesi uji nyali. daripada kita mengutuk kegelapan ya kan, mending kita nyalakan lilin. Kayak gini kan bisa dihitung nyalakan lilin ya, kayak gitu. Nyalakan lilin sama belajar lagi ulang kayak gitu ya. Deg-degser. Nah, itu teman-teman, deg-degser itu bikin kita ngeblank loh. Nah, teman-teman yang mau nanya silakan add profiles-nya Mas Fazian. Oke, Fazian kasih konteks salary ekspektasi berapa? 5, 10, 15, 20?
15.
Oke, 15. Oke, kasih konteks lagi. You are UI UX ya. 3 years experience, SISS, dan apa lagi ya? Ngerti juga produk dan segala macam. Oke lah, langsung intro aja lah, bisa lah ya. Oke, teman-teman di sini kita semuanya sekali lagi ya belajar dan Mas Daryl, ngapain lu pakai sempak doang tuh? Boxer doang. Oke. Oke, live ini. Oke. Thank you, Fazians. You come to the hell of LWA for get the jobs now. So we are the interview consists of 22 people here as your interviewers, and I see you asking for big numbers, and please what you bring to the tables.
Okay. First of all, thank you. I just want to say thank you for your time, Andy, and I really appreciate for this opportunity for doing in this interview. So, okay, let's start. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Fadrian Gibran, but you can call me Fadrian. I am a product designer or UI designer with 3 years experience in SaaS industries such as logistic, edutech, and then order management system. At the previous experience at Ordipo Technology Indonesia, I was tasked with improving design efficiency and ensuring consistency collaboration across product team and product team development. I lead the full design process for 80 product feature, manage 3 internal design system, and then for consistency UI, and then create and refine over 20 user flow and conduct usability testing for more than 50 screens. I also worked closely with developer and product managers to ensure alignment design with the business solution. So I really love to doing that because in the end it's about the business, right? Not about the only design. As a result, I can improve user satisfaction up to 35%, reduce user drop off by 50%, and then I can cut them to handle that to handle handoff to developer issue by 40%. This experience, of course, can I bring to your company? I believe in this, in my mindset, in the user-centered design and then business solution. I believe my skill is powerful and good close enough to give impact to your company. I think that is for me.
Okay, thank you. The interviewer, do you guys have any questions?
Okay, let me try to ask you something. Good evening, Mr. Fazrian.
Good evening, Mr. Daryl.
I see that I'm interested in a lot of numbers that you show in and you explain in your introduction. What I'm quite curious is how do you measure this number? Because there's a lot of people that we interview recently that claim that they do this and do that and without really showing or telling us how to get this number because what tools that you use maybe like Hotjar, Mixpanel or such and how do you I see a lot of impact in terms of performance but I didn't really heard about revenue or user retention or onboarding number or maybe new sign up or such. So could you explain it and elaborate more about this number? Because let's say, as if you say that you as a leader, I will, from my perspective, I will expect that you will bring numbers that more than just performance because performance is still a medium, a medium or junior level. At your level, I hope that you could translate those numbers into in roughly same money because it doesn't matter how big the percentage, it's more matter how many transaction or how many subscription that we have. Okay.
Okay, good question for you, Mr. Daryl. I just want to explain more about the experience in Ordivo. For example, just like this. In one case, for my first case in Ordivo, it's just like the company have problem user retention. So user don't for your context Ordivo business model is just subscription. So user have to pay money for use our product. But the problem is user not royalty or not royal user. So for the first month, okay, user subscription, but in the second month and the third month, user not using our app anymore. So for the first thing, I just talk with the stakeholder and the business development team. So I just want to know how do you already doing for solve this problem, and for the side insight I get, company just gave a voucher card, promo voucher if user want to doing that, but that is not really good result. So I just thinking about, I just redesign for the user flow in the subscription feature. So I just cut off user flow to the first thing is just like 8 steps, but after I redesign, I can just 5 steps to user payment and subscription, and then I just give the idea. For example, just like this, I just talk with the business team. Can we have to user to subscribe more than 1 month? For example, 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. But the budget or the price is really for example, just like this. If you want to get a discount, you have to subscribe to 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. For just example, just like that. And the impact in business is just like, okay, we don't really care about user using our app, right? We just want their money payment our product. So that the feature is really impactful, because in the quarter 3 for July until July, start from July until August, until September, we get a revenue 4.8 billion rupiah, because I have to redesign that subscription feature flow, user flow, and then I get the idea for that. So yeah, that is just one of the example. Of course, I can explain you more, but it's really confident because it's live record. So maybe it's just one example I can explain to you. So I think that is for me. I hope you understand what I tell.
Okay. Thank you for your explanation. I know there is a non-disclosure agreement or confidentiality in the numbers that you could share. But to be honest, from thousands of numbers that you said previously, the one that stand out is the last one that you said, because it translates directly to the revenue, and or if not revenue, subscription count, or lifetime value of one user. I think you should put that in as your intro, because if you said that the first time, I think you, from my perspective, or from my understanding of the career path, you might be already in the level of growth go to market team. You could also fit in go to market team, because you said that you create a strategy to actually capture user by using that discount scheme, like 1 month normal price, then 3 months 10% discount, or such. So I think from my understanding that you already also have some business acumen about UI design that driving business, real business. Could you give me another example that's similar to this? Because I also let's say that's the first question. How could you in which project or in which case you succeed to actually drive revenue? And the second question is, I also have built a payment page before, and I also managed to shorten the payment system before, and etc. I understand how to what you're trying to say by cutting 8 steps to 5 steps. So the second question is, this is what I see a lot in UI UX designer. A lot of them forgot about the security measure. In Indonesia, there's a lot of scammer. Even jurists could be could be hacked in some way or another. How could you ensure that your good design, good UI design, that also have that smart strategy business, is also secure? What have you done, or did you do any security measure when designing, or when building this with your team?
Mas Daryl, ini nggak gaji 30 loh.
Habis ini lu pinter. Jawaban lu sebelum kita serius lagi lagi, gue rada kaget dengan jawaban lu tadi ngomongin soal go to market itu, soalnya belakangan ini gue denger emang anak UI itu dituntut untuk bisa bisnis. Oke, lanjut.
Oke, gue ngerti kok, tenang. Nggak apa-apa, Mas. Bang Andi masih bisa nangkep. Oke, for the first question, in my design process, I always asking about the business perspective. Why? Because I know in the end, it's about the money, right? It's not about design. It's not about UX, about UI. In the end, all business is all, of course, they want to turn over money, right? So that is the first thing, I guess. If I have to design anything in the business, in any company, I will start to interview with the stakeholder and then the business team, so I can get insight from them for about the business model, right? So I have give my creative idea. I can give my idea from design to impact the business, right? So that is for the first question. For the second question, I always in the previous company in Ordivo, in UX, its term is just like best UX. For example, just like you can buy this one, but in the second step, the price is the different for the first one. For example, just like that. So I cannot really give you suggest in the business or in the security mention because I don't have experience like expertise in that field. But for me, as a UX designer or in a product designer, I just want to create a user experience just like this, just simple, just like that. If you call the action, our application is just a pop-up the alert. Do you confirm this one? Do you confirm this one? Do you believe with this data input is secure? And if our user is checklist or our user is agree with that, I hope my design can give the warning for the user to really consider with the data input. So for example, just like KTP, for example, it's just like a number font. It's really not for the public, right? But in our application, in our perspective, my design perspective, always using a pop-up. It's really simple, just pop-up for to make sure do you really want to doing this or doing that, just for the confirm. Maybe just from me as a UX designer, right? But in the end, we have data team, we have the cybersecurity. So yeah, that is the problem. But in my inside as user, as a UX designer, I always doing design for doing that. So the point is just like always confirm the user, so user cannot understand what they doing in the app. Just simple like that, Daryl.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Mr. Fazrian. Maybe other have another question?
Mr. Alvin, please. Maybe you have question for me.
Yeah, I just came here and all of a sudden I became MC. Yeah, fuck that guy. All right, so I think I'm gonna be HR in this case. So I saw on your LinkedIn you have experiences in product designing, UIX, and mostly on product design, right? Right. So as a product designer, right? When there's a conflict between what the developers can do and then what the business should do, how would you mediate it, especially if the conflict is more on the feasibility side? Well, the business really needs it, but development team cannot deliver it.
Okay, good question. I think conflict is really common situation in all company, right? Sometimes we have to the argument with another team. We have to debate about anything about the feature, about the product, about the design, of course. But for my personal, to be honest, I just go to be a professional. For example, just like this, Mr. Alvin. For example, you are the front-end engineer and then I am UI UX designer. For sure, I have to design a good way for you because I have to understand the limitation about the technique, right? So I have to create design to be really easy to improve to develop from another team. So for the first thing I doing is just like that. The second one is we have to do align with the objective, what we want to achieve in this task, what want we achieve in this quarter. For example, just like that. So don't be drama, don't be a politic, just be focused on our situation, right? So we have the first thing is we have to professional, and then second one is we have to focus to our objective, and then for the last is like respect each other. I know sometimes I have to down my ego or not doing the best practice in UI or in UX, but in the end I have to achieve the target, right? just as simple like that. So yeah, just respect each other. Sometimes I have to down my ego. Sometimes they have to down the ego because that is
Well,
the
I'm gonna cut you there because that sounds like a textbook answer. What I need is cases, or
okay.
like what steps do you take to actually
Okay.
achieve
It's the
that?
real case. Okay, the real case. Okay, for example, just like this. In Audible, I have already developed a feature called OChat. So
Mhm.
the basically you can, if you want to chat or asking some product, AI can reply that. So yeah, that is context. And then in the problem is the technology and the design is not aligned about
Mm.
the perspective or the objective. So I just want to really really simple, but in the end, in the technique, it don't be
Mm.
like that. So the technical is really really long user flow, something just like that. So to ensure to solve the problem, I have to know about the technology AI have in back end. So yeah, I have create a design to make sure can support the back end. But in the end, I know the UX is not good enough, the UI is not good enough. But in the end, I have to down my ego and then follow the step by step to support the technical team. So the feature is can be released in the uh, timeline. But yeah, that is really really
Yeah.
need to improve.
So what's the outcome?
The outcome is the feature is released, but not really, really impactful if a business because sometimes it's bug, sometimes it's not good enough in the UI. User don't understand how I use this one because there's a lot of steps. But in the end, I know I have to ego and then just be like a Jose Mourinho. I just want to win a trophy, right? I don't care with the tactic. I don't care with the yeah. Sometimes I just have to doing that, but. Uh, After I resign, after I lay off from the company, I don't know how do the future is right now, but that is that's a moment I have to. In the end, I can finish my task and I
Mm.
can and the product is can release in the
Okay.
time
Yeah. Okay.
just like
Following up with the outcome, right? The product is not um that successful, right?
not good enough yet.
Yeah. So tell me the time where you actually failed.
Sorry,
So tell me the time where you actually failed.
the actually felt.
Yeah.
Um, I know my design is not. I don't have the time to research.
No. Don't give me textbook answer. I just
Okay,
need, tell me a time in your experience where you
okay.
actually failed to do something.
Yeah, one of the experience is like that. I don't give 100% to support that to support that feature, but for me, I realize okay, maybe I have to learn about anything about the new business model. So if I have to doing that in the future, I have experience about it, right? So I know I have failed at the moment, but I have to improve my skill, improve my knowledge.
Sorry. I'm gonna cut you
Sorry,
there.
sorry, Kang Fadrian, maksudnya bisa jelasin nggak ketika misalnya UI yang dibuat itu gagal diimplementasi lah, maksudnya itu.
Oh, okay. Okay, about the UI. Dikira masih
It's
about the
okay.
feature-nya nih. Tadi
Yeah,
file
guys.
It's okay, yeah. Well,
nggak sebut UI.
sorry. I'm just managing expectation here, right? So if for people that do not know me, I'm a
Okay.
recruiter for a European company.
I know.
So if you wanted to try how Europeans does things,
Okay.
this is also okay. So tell me about a time where you failed in your design, either it's UI, either it's a product, as anything, or GTM, anything. Tell me that.
Okay, file moment. Uh, okay, I don't remember. I have failed in my previous company, but maybe in this is in my internship experience, my design, I have already designed and not good successfully. of course, design is not released in the product development. So I have to revision, doing that, a lot of revision. But yeah, I have to learning because I know design is not mathematics. Design is not 1 + 1 = 2. Sometimes you have to 3, 4, 5. It's just like that. So it's really not absolute result. But if my design failed in the internship moment, at the moment I just
Sorry, I'm just gonna cut you there.
Sorry Mas,
No if, just real
nggak
case.
nyambung nih, sorry nih.
ini nggak
Indonesia
kejawab
jadi
soalnya
Indonesia.
ini.
Okay, no, sorry. Okay. Let me just change the question then. We'll skip that. Probably just
Yeah, to
skip that.
PRD. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Maybe another question.
Okay. Question. Right. So, I think there was a question about measuring impact.
Mhm.
Right. So, I'm gonna follow up from there.
Mhm.
So, do you have any experience where your design decision actually changes the product direction?
Okay. Okay. I have one. This is the example from Academy. For the first series, Academy is just like web app.
Hmm.
You have to using website
Yeah.
or desktop to use our application. But for the first 3 months after product release, the revenue is not good enough. Why? Because user is really want using that app is mobile. So I talk with the stakeholder, talk with the CEO, talk with the team tech lead to improve our product. To maybe we can using responsibility website, right? So user can access our website in mobile apps, because for the first release it's really 100% web app. So yeah, user have to device. So after doing that, this is one of example. So if you check academy.id right now, you can access in the mobile apps.
Okay.
Yeah, that is my idea. That is my I don't know, legacy, I think, for doing that. But in the end, it's really changing the model about the business. So
Okay.
after that, our team is focused to develop in mobile.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oke,
Okay.
jangan panjang-panjang Pak, nanti yang lain nggak kebangetan,
Okay, yeah.
kedapetan.
Alright.
Ayo sejam juga, ayo jadi nih, nggak apa-apa gue mah. Itu bagus nih latihan, gue disiksa.
Right. Okay. Continue. This will be very uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Okay. I saw that you are an intern at EduWork Digital Mover, right?
Mhm.
Why did they offer you a full-time job?
I don't know, because the company is not good enough in the revenue, because that is really startup. So they don't really have money to pay me as a full time. So that is the truth. I know, but in the end, I'm really grateful for that, the first experience, because after that I get the full job in Ordivo, right?
Okay.
But yeah, I know maybe the company is not really good enough. They based on a Jogja, maybe the
Okay.
money is not good. But for the first thing, they can accept me as a UI UX designer, because I switched career, right?
Mm.
So yeah, that is
Okay.
the first opportunity I have.
All right.
So,
Yeah. So,
okay.
so it's the first opportunity, and then probably the finance is not good. Okay.
Mhm.
Oke, nggak lain nggak dapat nih. Kalian suka
Okay.
kali
Yeah.
bacain
Let's
orang.
proceed.
Oke,
Yeah.
feedback.
Kita japri aja, kita ini aja.
Feedback.
Berdua aja Mas
Boleh
Alvin.
Feedback.
Yeah. From me.
Enggak tahu
Oke,
siapa
I
tadi,
think I
siapa
just
aja
want
ngomong,
to-
siapa aku nggak tahu tadi. Anak gua nangis kejer tadi.
Boleh.
Suruh jadi
Sebenarnya
MC.
iya, maksudnya si Mas Fajrian tuh udah bagus sih menurut gue. Maksudnya mungkin dari gue nggak sedip itu ya soal UI atau mungkin design question kayak si Mas Alfian nih. Cuman menurut gue sih lu jangan lu emang sih gini. Gue juga makanya gue nggak bisa jadi yang di roasting karena NDA gue banyak. Jadi intinya gini, NDA itu emang mematikan sih sebenarnya. Satu hal yang gue pelajarin ya, di posisi gue sekarang banyak banget project yang gue nggak bisa share, yang mungkin kalau gue misalnya share ke publik itu gue bukan cuma
Q.
dapat SP tapi bisa dapat
Q.
lawsuit gitu. Iya benar. Ya itu poin pertama. Tapi setahu gue sih ada caranya untuk kayak trading di edge lah. Jadi tapi jangan terlalu nekat juga gitu. Pinggir jurang tapi jangan sampai kayak Ya SP mah nggak apa-apa, cari kerja lagi kan di sini juga banyak yang nawarin gawe. Mungkin kalau lu emang bright gitu ya. Cuman maksudnya untuk yang masalah informasi sensitif itu lu framing aja jadi.
Konteksnya yang mana tadi
Ya.
tuh Mas?
Tadi dia bilang soal berapa ya revenue itu yang naik ya
4,8
4,4.
M.
Yes.
Itu kan udah gue sebut.
Enggak, maksudnya
Oh Mas kalau
itu boleh nggak sih? Nggak boleh ya?
boleh.
Oh boleh.
Nggak
Kalau
tahu
dia
sebutinnya
dia
kapan
di
dia naiknya.
Oh, oke aman.
tapi kan dia nggak ngasih spesifik
Iya.
kapan
Transaction
ini.
gitunya oke.
Iya. Pokoknya
Oke,
dalam 3
aman,
bulan gue bilang naiknya 4,8 dari fitur itu setelah rilis. Kan fiturnya juga nggak tahu rilisnya kapan kan?
Ya
Kan
timelinenya
gue-
blur ya. Bagus.
Aman Mas, aman. Itu
Nggak-
dari
nggak
saya
jadi
itu.
curang. Oh
Itu
dari
dari
luar.
saya.
Oke. Wah ada masternya ini udah berarti. Ya ini kan gua hati-hati ya kalau gua soalnya makanya belum berani untuk roasting. Gua harus
Ya,
bikin
kalau yang
materi yang bisa di share.
kalau ada NDA, NCA, senior level, managerial, itu baru hati-hati. Kalau misalnya kalau tadi konteksnya masih aman sih, udah lolos
Masih aman
screening
ya, itu ya?
juga.
Oke.
Sebetulnya itu bisa diceritain sih kayak apa yang gue lakukan setelah fitur itu rilis kan sebenarnya kan. Cuman share itu aja sih. Kan nggak ngejelasin juga tuh. Fitur itu bugnya apa aja, terus apa-apa dong. Intinya kesimpulannya ya udah naik aja tuh revenue-nya gitu.
Betul.
Lebih ke
Oh
situ.
sama tadi kayaknya ke skip satu deh. Gue
Yang
tuh
mana
sebenarnya
tuh?
nanya teks lu buat tahu berapa persen itu
Iya,
biasanya
iya,
penting
iya.
pertimbangan
Makanya
buat
yang
perusahaan
skip.
itu. Ya,
Itu-
gue nggak, maksudnya mungkin gue nggak nangkep ini
Iya.
jawabannya.
Itu juga nggak bisa gue sebutin sih. Jadi
Iya.
jadi gue langsung ke angka. Soalnya kan itu rahasia dapur ya. Dilacaknya pakai apa. Jadi ya langsung aja. Itu nggak bisa gue sebutin sih. Memang tadi gue
Sebenarnya sih kalau masalah yang tadi itu tuh sering banget ditanya. Better jawabnya itu siapa yang validate? Siapa yang validate-nya?
Ya,
Apa?
orangnya, personnya.
Jadi gini, jadi kan ditanyakan itu measure dari mana angkanya gitu.
Oke.
Ya udah, jadi jawabnya ke siapa yang validate. Oke, this is validated by business, this is validated by ngapain.
Oh,
So,
gitu.
not
oke.
specific, tapi orangnya gitu. Ya aku dapat angka dari mana gitu.
Oke. Oh, langsung di-share aja dari tim data, dari tim bisnis gitu.
Iya,
Atau dari
I get from
laporan
business semua.
finance-nya gitu. Gue dapat angka sekian. Oke.
Ya, ya.
Oke.
Dari ini town hall bilangnya.
Ya,
Habis
dari
itu
town
let
hall,
off.
Itu masih jaya-jayanya, Bang. Perusahaan itu lagi saat jaya-jayanya.
Ya.
Dari
Should be
oke.
one day we make our own company lah kayak gitu.
Oke,
That's why
oke.
we do not networking when we are young now, right? Kayak gitu. Besok nanti bisa kita ada tua ya. Gua mau nyari UI UX tinggal call Fazian, mau nyari data tinggal Mas Salman kayak gitu kan. Mas Adi, Mas apa. That's why we start networking here.
Thank you,
Hey.
Mas Alfian. Jadi tahu insight tuh. Setidaknya jawab aja dulu ya. Biar nggak kosong.
Oke, next. Siapa tadi? Mas Salman, yuk. Ini udah 40 menit dia nih.
Udah lagi nggak ada lagi feedbacknya? Cabut ya. Ada lagi kah? Dari yang lain?
Oke, dari aku ya. Dari
Ya.
masalah dulu berarti.
Kalau
panjang
dari
nih.
saya sih utamanya kadang bisa dijelasin ya gitu apa kayak yang tadi miss ya apa what time you have failed apa
Itu juga tuh.
produk apa itu mungkin harus dimention dulu gitu apa
Oke.
lebih baiknya sih slow ya jangan
Oke.
cepat-cepat karena klien luar itu pasti kayak ngedengung apa what are you talking about gitu kan kadang bisa sampai kayak gitu juga sih jadi slow space aja sih kayak itu.
Oke. Thank you Mas Salman.
Oke.
Oke, got it.
Right, from me ya.
Oke, Mas Alfian
Hey,
silakan.
for one, be direct. aku sering ngomong sama Andi kayak gini nih.
Ya.
Direct. So if given a question, just answer it shortly, pendek. For example, like, tell me a time where you failed. Langsung sebut aja failnya di mana. Oh, aku fail pas di sini. And then explanation. Some questions about why were you on the intern? Why did give you a full-time job? Right. Answer short. Because that's my first job. Atau because the company doesn't hire. Right. So it's just keep it short. Pendek aja. And then kalau lihat ekspresinya, kalau misalkan dia mau dengerin, baru lanjutin. Kalau misalkan dia sudah mau ngomong lagi, and then stop. Berarti interviewernya sudah dapat apa yang dia inginkan.
Oke.
Right. When given, if you want to give a case, tadi kan ada beberapa pertanyaan yang nanti ngasih, oke, aku begini, right? Give coba yang the most relevant first, and then just keep it short. Jadi kayak harusnya Andi udah ngajarin STAR method ya.
Ya.
Ya kan? Give short situation, short tasknya apa. Jadi kayak waktu itu begini, terus aku disuruh begini, and then go lebih panjang itu di action dan di result. R-nya terakhir itu reflective ya, reflection kalau nggak salah ya.
Reflection.
Ya, reflection kan. Nah, reflection itu penting banget kalau misalkan admitting fault. And admitting fault is really powerful. Maksudnya kayak misalnya cari ngomong tentang failure atau tentang sukses lah, ya kan?
Okay.
So I have done this ABCDFG dulu ngapain? So my task is this, and then I did this. So and the end, makanya tadi tuh nggak dapat, makanya aku nanya outcome-nya apa? Karena kelamaan.
Okay.
Outcome-nya apa? Ada reflection ya, kalaupun sukses. On hindsight, I think I should have done more gini. That's more impactful. Tapi lihat juga si ekspresinya kalau dia ada mau ngomong, jadi jangan ngomongnya terus karena interviewernya nanti nggak dengar, jadi akhirnya bosan. Aku kapan ngomong. Gitu.
Okay.
Right. So in terms of like failure, misalnya bingung nih. If you're confused what is your failure is, because usually this is the question that not everyone expects, right?
Okay.
Because we tend to prepare about how successful we are, not how useless we are, right? So if you want to answer that, just answer the one that you think is the most challenging but not unfulfilling. So unfulfilling thing.
Contohnya gimana, Mas?
Jadi contohnya gini, misalnya pernah kerja,
Okay.
terus kerjaan kayak yang paling males banget ngerjain dan nggak selesai itu apa?
Okay.
So it's kayak mungkin kalau aku suka jawab begini, what's the most useless thing I have built?
Okay.
And that is considered failure karena itu useful, nggak ada gunanya gitu. So for example, aku pernah bikin teacher logout for a fucking social media, nggak ada yang logout di social media.
Okay.
So that's the most useful thing. So that means a failure. I failed because no one uses it. Nggak ada yang pakai. Jadi yang tadi juga pertanyaan yang sebelumnya kan, it's not that impactful gitu kan, kan? That should be considered failure. Tapi reflectionnya itu berarti in hindsight I should be blah 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 blah. So yeah, gitu sih dari gue.
Takutnya blunder sih, Mas, kalau ngejelasin yang benar-benar fatal. Tentu sempat mikirnya situ.
Buka aib ya.
Takutnya lagi kebongkar tiba-tiba saya gagal gitu, desainnya hilang atau misalnya gimana gitu. Nah, takutnya gitu sih. Jadi tadi pikirnya lama, apaan ya gitu sih.
So if you're applying for senior position, right?
Okay.
Itu harus ada. So no one nggak ada. There's no one good employee that has never tasted the field. Kenapa?
Okay.
Karena nggak pernah gagal, nggak pernah belajar. Kalau nggak pernah belajar, berarti besok dia gagal lebih parah lagi.
Oke. Ya make sense sih. Tapi ini pertanyaan baru-baru keluar sekarang nih, umur kerja dari 2015. Ditanya gagalnya lu apaan anjing, bingung apaan ya gagalnya. Tapi ya oke sih Mas Alvin nangkep. Jadi jelasin aja fitur-fitur yang remeh tapi dampaknya buat belajarnya gede gitu ya. Intinya gitu kan.
Oke. Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Sorry, one more thing. Jester, don't fidget too much because I saw that you fidget a lot. Right. So kalau misalkan mau jelasin pakai gesture, gesturnya itu jangan gini-gini terus. Itu annoying liatnya. Ini pasti tegang gitu. So either this or like ngomongnya seadanya, kemudian diam lagi.
Okay. Get the point.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jadi teman-teman jadi SR ya kayak gitu ya tadi ya. Ini teman-teman baru 1 jam jadi SR, tiba-tiba jadi songong semua. If you want to hire Fadzians within 15 millions, yes or no? 1 yes to no. 1 yes to no. Oh, no-nya nunggu kandidat lain. No-nya kandidat lain. No-nya tunggu kandidat lain. Yeah, 1 atau tunggu kandidat lain. Ini what SR do ya. 1 yes. Mana tadi tulisan gua? Oke,
Kebanyakan
1.
banget tulisannya.
Nggak ada
masuk.
1.
Nggak masuk, Bang Andi.
Tapi udah jawab tuh. Ada yang 1 at least kemarin.
Kan lu ngomong.
Hah?
Kan lu
Kan
ngomong.
mereka nggak tulis.
Tadi
Kan
Ya,
kita dengar
orang punya-
semua.
ya,
orang
ya,
punya
ya.
kuping.
Ya mohon maaf Pak, saya dari pagi belum istirahat ini meeting terus. Oke, at least
Ini masih
udah.
bug itu deh, Bang Andi.
Hah?
Masih bug dari si Mac-nya deh.
Apa?
Juga bug dari kepenuhan tab-nya kah? Dari Mac Mini-nya?
1 yes, 2 no. Nah, kayak gitu. Nunggu kandidat lain. Nah, itu ada. Oh iya, itu baru ada lagi.
Muncul sekarang.
Error nih. Oke, udah ada yang 1 kemarin. Udah at least you ngelotok di sini kayak gitu ya. Udah punya portfolio. Fazian, minggu lalu oke nggak kemarin? Banyak no apa yes?
Nggak tahu, lupa juga. Nggak lihat rekamannya sih.
Oke, lihat ya rekamannya nggak ada
10
tulisannya.
Masih
Hah?
10 deh. Kalau minggu kemarin itu masih 10 kan, belum 15.
Ini 15 aja udah banyak yang yes. That means improvement kayak gitu ya.
Oke.
Connect sama Alfian kalau misalnya aku udah kirim CV-mu ke sana, tapi Alfian masih ada klien-klien yang itu yang tadi aku bilang, Pak masih ada beberapa orang di pipeline. Nah, gitu jatuhnya gitu. Tunggu ya. At least Alfian know you now.
Oke, siap.
Kayak gitu teman-teman. Next ya. Siapa lagi yang berani? Ayo. Kemarin aku bang. Sekarang tiba kayak gini terdiam kalian.
Pertanyaan aku tuh bikin kesel soalnya.
Aku belum keluarin pertanyaan-pertanyaan kesel juga sih.
Oke. Sudah.
Thank you Fazian.
Oke, terima kasih semuanya.
Ya, at least belajar ya Fazian, jangan diambil hati kalau misalnya
Santai.
ini dipikir baik-baik ya kayak gitu.
Oke. Thank you semuanya.
Next. Siapa berani? Hoi, kalau enggak tunjuk samuan. Ada yang langsung live tuh. Nggak mau tunjuk.
Itu Mas
Siapa
Daryl
nih?
mau katanya.
Fats, tunjuk samuan Fats.
Itu Mas Daryl mau katanya di
Itu
share.
dari mana tuh? Aku buka
Oke.
linknya dulu.
Oh, ada.
Kita cari konteks dulu.
Boleh. Tapi
Mas, konteks
mungkin
gaji berapa Mas?
terpilah.
Oke, 30. Oke, gini dong gentle, habis ngerosting berani roasting ya, di roasting ya.
Iya.
Perhatiannya horor bener ya gitu. Anda belum pernah kan dibilang sama aku pernah Pak Alfian pas jadi recruiters kan dibilang, "Hey Andy, don't pick lipstick on the pink lips." Gitu. Gara-gara gue sugar coating terus, jadi kayak habis itu udah kayak oke, gue harus make sense ya atau realistik juga ya gitu. Pertanyaannya horor ya. Oke, Daryl, CEO Office, Transformations. Oh ini Bang Daryl. Gue kira ini Daryl ini masih muda, rupanya orang tua di sini. Altera.
Mudah.
2 years graphic designers. Oke, 30 CEO Office. Ini bukan number sebenarnya ya teman-teman ya. That's numbers ekspektasi yang kita mau lewatin gitu ya. How worth it we are. Oke, aku mohon nih senior ada SR nggak di sini ya Mbak Ines? Ayo dong nanya dong, jangan nanya. Siapa lagi senior? Zainal lu senior Nal. Siapa lagi? Yuk kita nanya yang cukup kuat gitu ya. Okay, Daryl, we just kicked our CEO and we need someone to replace our company with cheap salary. And I think that you are suitable for these positions. Okay, saw your applications as CEO, office, and PMs. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, thank you, Andy. Good evening, everyone. My name is Daryl. From what I know, your company needs someone that someone who know how to lead and how to execute let's say a high level project or a high level or take a high level decision. So what I could bring to the table is my experience as a CEO office lead. Also, I couldn't tell you a lot of the detail of what I actually do or with whom because of a level of confidentiality that I have to sign prior of executing the project. From what I say is I have managed to deploy a system that was used in 8 provinces in Indonesia and used by thousands of users. And it also uh, have a multiple layer of complexity because one of the things that I've managed to done before is building a software with the and providing the hardware, custom hardware from China. We as a company help help the client to let's say communicate directly with the principal there and also training the field team that was let's say mm, placed at the company side to ensure that the project is not only success but it's also scalable. Let's say if the company if the user or my core client want to expand to another country or maybe more province, it's really doable because we as a team and me as a let's say one of the lead that ensure the project is running well have the capability to do that three core things, which is software that consists of IoT, web and mobile app, and then hardware that a lot of that consists of multiple things too, and also manpower training and placement in many difficult, let's say, environment that needs to let's say the people that we put there have to really have high level of professionalism and high level of focus at executing their works because the project that we built is let's say have a high level of security concerns and such. Okay, maybe that's my short introduction.
Okay. Mas Salman, Alfians, Ines, do you guys have any questions?
Wait. Need to answer the chat.
Skip dulu. Okay, there is no one CEO office, right? ChatGPT lah, apalagi. I'm not the CEO left.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably would going to ask some questions, right? So so I saw on your LinkedIn, you actually juggle jobs between graphic designer and Scrum product, and then CEO office, right? Okay. So why should we believe that you are committed to product in the long run?
Well, for the last, let's say, 3 years, I earned about 4 or 5 promotion in product management career path. That's proof that I'm not joking around with being let's say, I'm not saying that I'm focused on product. I'm saying that I'm focused on strategic path of the product because product is a wide range of topic. You could have a product designer that using the take care of visual or product managers that actually build roadmap and such. But at the moment I'm trying to upgrade myself to move beyond that by trying to by trying to connect the product with the operational and finance and business and legal and such. So that's why I choose the CEO office as my next step of product management.
Okay, so yeah, following up with that, right? So you've done with CEO office, you have product, you done so you done product, Scrum, design, team leader, CEO office, right? So there's a lot of roles. So what's that one thing that you're actually good at?
I'm really good at learning, relearning, and have extreme learning curve because I have a lot of blank paper assignment. Like literally, let's say Alfian, I have a goal, but you don't even need to tell me the plan or the templates because most of the time I was the one who create the templates that will be used by other team. Maybe not directly executed by me, but one of my staff or such will be guided by me to create that standard that will be used repeatedly in the company. Even for valid example, at Mile App, I create a feature documentation that is still used until now. Since I left the company, that feature documentation I built from zero, like literally zero page, and I have no plan. They just say we need feature documentation, build it, and that's I think my superpower, because I know I'm aware at this certain level there's a lot of competition, and I know a lot of my peers also really capable of doing what I do, but what I rarely find in most of my competition is the ability to learn and relearn and then learn again, because I've been in B2C, I've been in B2G, B2B, creative industry, security, VIP, logistic, and maybe a lot of different, let's say, field of expertise. And not only I managed to get the job, but I managed to get the promotion. Some are direct promotion, some are diagonal promotion.
Okay, interesting. So you mentioned about you have said that in my lab, right? Okay, same questions before. So what key metrics did you fail, if any, during your task or like a product in my lab?
Pardon me. So you trying to ask about the failed metric?
Yeah, what key metric do you fail?
Oh, okay. So I think one of the failed key metric, let's say at Mile App, that maybe I could share as like a person, is I think I failed to actually connect the knowledge bank with how the business operates. Maybe, just maybe, this is from my perspective after the things happen, because at Mile App I'm not a senior leader, and let's say I'm only at like fifth layer, and now maybe I was at second layer, so I could push things more robustly, because let's say as a product manager, there's a lot of mythological things about product manager. They say the mini CEO. No, no, the product manager usually not even a mini CEO, because the mini CEO usually the CPO, the CFO, or such, or maybe there another layer like VP of product, and that's the product manager that was actually have voice to enforce something. So at Mile App, I think I failed to link the knowledge bank and our team's learning to actual business impact at that point in my career, because I'm not at that, let's say in the organization, I'm not really that senior yet, so I cannot really push, like say my like my program to the company wide. But in general, that's I think what I failed. Not because I'm not having title, maybe because I am not having power, technique or skill at that point. I didn't have, let's say, persuasion skill to persuade the top leader at the company
Okay.
to consider my idea.
So do you think you have those persuasion skills currently?
Yes and no, because at the moment I think my persuasion skill is getting a bit better, because like I said, I love to learn a lot of new things, but different from different perspective. I have climbed a lot of corporate ladders, so I at this point I know how to communicate with more senior stakeholders, because I communicate with them more often than when I was in my lab.
Okay, so is there any product decision that made the stakeholders disagree with?
One of them is about payment, because
Okay.
I think I literally rebuilt the payment system from scratch. One of the things that they didn't really agree is, let's say, there's a lot of business decision that involve in payment, right? Because that's not even something the product teams have said or have opinion about. But from my perspective is, let's say, for context, maybe I could share that the product that I've built is depends on, let's say, long-term subscription, but the management or maybe the leaders try to push the short-term subscription that I think is not really from technical perspective, it will bring a lot of that account that have a lot of data and that the data need to be cleaned up and there's a lot of headache from technicality. But in the end, we find the middle ground, which is at the end of the let's say research that we do, we decide that okay, we open short-term account, let's say a short subscription option for new user, but let's say if they are in an inactive or not never log into the account for let's say 6 months, then the account will be deleted permanently, or maybe that kind of measure. So it won't even if the product team follow the leadership decision, the trade-off of technical stuff is still covered in the background because the leaders usually don't really care about how we handle data and stuff.
Okay. I have questions that you
Okay.
you told that you are a brutal learner, right? Okay, so I'm also extreme learner, not brutal. Kenapa brutal ya? Extreme learner, brutal. So I'm also a brutal learner but not my strengths. So I need to develop my skills. Like I need to be oftenly learn something because I'm easy to forget something, right? So I do multiple times. Okay. My questions is how, in terms of CEO office, there is a job for people development or not, and if there is yes, how you develop your teams?
Let's say if when I was having my team, maybe the first thing that I do is to filter who will be in my team because, like I said, I have a extreme learning curve which is really sharp. I usually without let's say in my subconscious, usually I push my team to also learn really fast. That's why usually I filter who will be in my team if possible at all. But if let's say my team is not really uh, have different kind of learning preference with me, I try to take a middle ground, like say giving let's say if for someone who have learning curve that was really steep, they usually learn a lot really fast and maybe on their own. But if there some person in my team didn't really have that in let's say level of learning curve, I might be more hands-on in my approach. Like I get them to follow me on meetings and such, just to make sure they understand what I'm trying to what I'm asking them to do.
Okay. Okay. So let's say someone's that's not in. Okay, I'm asking about firings because on CEO also we have a capability. CEO, right? Not CEO office. I don't know the CEO office capability. Okay. So what's the metrics that you have to fire someone?
The only metrics that I think I could that could make me
Have you have experience to fire someone?
yes, of course, of course. I think this is something that I learned early in my career as a graphic
Sorry
design
ini
period.
ada
Yeah.
berebek di speakerku atau
Oh, sorry. Gimana? Masih aman?
berebek nggak tadi? Enggak.
Aman.
Aman.
Oke, monggo. Speakerku, mohon maaf.
Beli lagi, Mas. Okay. So let's say what decision that I make to fire someone. I learned it in let's say early in my career that firing someone could actually help them because the only metric that I care about to fire someone if they couldn't keep up with the pace of the company or the team. Because what I learned at my early in my career is that if you ask someone who didn't really have passion or didn't have let's say compatibility with what the company asks, it will be wasting money, time, and their energy, or they become stressed out. It's much more wise to actually fire someone when it really obvious they cannot keep up. Let's say give them 1 month or 2 months and that's it. But also treat them like a decent human being, because they're not doing bad. Maybe they just not fit in that company. They may be a genius somewhere else.
Not that. Fazrian, you have questions?
Yes, I have one question to Daryl. I know I am impressed with your experience, Daryl, but you have to, and then you have explained about you are the extreme learner. But why I have to hire you in my company, like say, doing like that? Because I know your experience in a CEO office is just like 9 months, I guess, in the LinkedIn. So why I have to hire you? Because your experience as a designer is more than as a CEO office. I just I just want to ask about that. So please, Daryl.
Well, that's a question that I will answer with uh, time is less relevant for senior level people, because there's a lot of people that do, let's say, more damage or more good in a company from senior level in 2 months than like 2 years. So what I'm trying to say is, what I've done in 9 months is, I'm not only bringing high profile projects that, as I mentioned before, are deployed across province in Indonesia in real time. I also built a structure that not one day, that soon, if I join your company and leave this current company, the company will run well without me. That's the legacy that I will leave. That's what I learned from my more senior leader from the past. No, actually, there's a lot of people that was better than me, but they will leave your company in shamble or in instability once they leave, because they hold all the key to all the knowledge. I don't really keep the knowledge or the key, because what I'm always learn about life is, even and this is much more relevant in AI era, that things change like daily. So what relevant 1 month ago might be like you just use GPT today. So that's what I'm trying to build with my teams and my structure under my guidance, that once I'm no longer in X company, which is the current one or the next one, that company will do well without me, because I'm not, holding too much of power or holding too much of information.
Okay. Good, good, good. Sampai Alfian tuh udah bilang, mana CV-nya nih orang.
Thank you.
Okay. Yup. Okay, thank you guys. If you want to hire him, please click 1 and no for 2. Okay, Daryl. Why you come to learn with Andy tuh? Dia yang freeze kan? Dia kan yang freeze kan, bukan aku kan?
Yeah.
Oke.
Sorry, disconnect. Gimana?
Oke, itu ada satu tuh pada mau hire lu tuh satu. Kalau
Ayo,
gue mah langsung nego lah ya, 20
nego. Ya. 20 remote mah aman, 20 remote.
Oke, gas. Oke,
Yes.
Daryl, kalau misalnya dari aku, kenapa jadi ada satu yang di pin?
Sorry, kayaknya itu nyangkut.
Iya, nyangkut.
Nah,
Nah, jadi kalau misalnya next time lu come here, bring more stable connections, no gejek gitu. Terus satu Daryl, kalau misalnya cara jawab lu gue suka kayak gitu, yang tadi terakhir tuh kayak dari pertanyaan Pak Zian itu yang kayak I'm the people of legations kayak gitu ya. So we are leaders and we need to create another leaders, lu bisa taruh kayak gitu juga ya. Yang terakhir tuh yang paling gue suka itu tadi adalah tentang fire people. That's okay to fire people because itu adalah salah satu mindset ya teman-teman. Kalau misalnya teman dapat fires itu, it doesn't means we don't like you. Kayak gitu, kayak kata Pak Anji ya. You good at someone ya gitu loh. Jadi there's a lesson learned kalau misalnya teman-teman di fire, maybe you just fuck off one day. The problem is you're not moving and learning more. Still you always fuck off kayak gitu ya. Nah, Ini karena unprepare aja lah ya, kan lu join nggak kayak pengen jadi datang ke interview ya. Nah, kalau misalnya mobile phones interview dengan gaji 40, there's no tolerance sih.
Anak gue udah tidur, nggak bisa pakai laptop ya soalnya, makanya tadi aduh.
Ya,
Lebih
ya,
serius
that's
nanti,
okay,
lebih
that's
serius
okay.
nanti.
That's okay,
Aman,
that's
aman.
okay. That's okay. Dari Alfian,
Okay,
dari
yeah.
Mas Salman.
All right. So I think there's not that much feedback from me. Like the way you answer. The trick questions of like, why should I hire? Because you done some things else. Well, that's quite a great response to it. I think I have like two questions for you. One, have you worked exclusively remotely before? And then two, are you okay with Arab clients?
Itu mah approach yang keren. Oke, conclusion ya teman-teman ya. Ini kalau nggak sampai pagi kita nih. Kalau bulan puasa kemarin seru nih.
Sampai jam
Bulan
3
puasa. Nah. Iya, aku sama Alvin sampai kalau setiap bulan puasa itu sampai jam 3 tuh. Sampai sahur.
Keluar atau sahur?
Iya. Oke, teman-teman. Kalau misalnya tunggu, bukan teman-teman. Kalau Dwi pas introduce yourself, kalau misalnya VA, also mentions the skills-nya yang kamu punya kayak gitu loh. Skill setnya tadi nggak dimention kayak gitu kan. Balik lagi
Iya.
menu lu nih apa nih kayak gitu loh. Menu lu nih apa nih yang gua mau denger nih apa kayak gitu. Oke, menu skill sets, jumlah clients dan segala macam. Likes I have experience to handle 3 clients and all of them satisfactions
Iya.
with me, with 5 stars, etc. Promote yourself kayak gitu loh. And self confidence juga. So you are a woman, right? So you have no beard like me. So nggak usah dipegang-pegang lah.
Gemes banget ya, gabut.
Oke, terus mundur lagi yang agak ready gitu. Kan aku kan habis senior profiles to Singapura ya. So sekalian aja gua bilang kayak gini. Kayak gitu.
Oke,
Terus
oke.
agak ngoyo tuh agak I want this job, so give it to me kayak gitu loh. Ini lu kayak mohon maaf nih kalau misalnya teman-teman, aku kan berteman sama orang Jawa aku kan SMA di Jawa ya, yang kayak YOLO man, YOLO. I don't like that. We are a Singaporean company, so I have been experienced with Singaporean company and now tapping more market into Europe without Alfian. Alfian promised me to bring me to his company, right? Kayak gitu.
Kurang
But
3% soalnya.
Okay, so ngoyo tuh kayak dari that's apa ya, eager, pengen banget loh jobs ini tuh. Just imagine you have this course, like your scores is 7.5, right? And we have another candidate with 8 scores. Ini teman-teman juga ya, kalau misal datang ke sebuah interview, conclusionsnya adalah kita lagi di scoring nih. Ada kandidat lain yang maybe bisa bikin kita, kalau misalnya scoring, aku 8,5, di bawahnya ada 8,65. Itu ada black box yang kalau misalnya di hiring itu ada black box. Interviewer Alfian skornya yang hari ini, yang tadi dia bilang dia kasih 9 kayak gitu. Even pertanyaan Alfian itu aku bisa kasih skor juga. Kita kan punya scorecard kan, yang warnanya hitam. Tapi satu file tapi warnanya hitam. So aku nggak bisa nyontek punya dia, kayak di black gitu loh, di black kan gitu loh. Nah, jadi kalau misalnya kamu jawab dengan antusias, that's always better daripada yang biasa-biasa aja kayak gitu sih.
Ya,
Oke.
aku share ini aja deh.
Nah, lu pasti pakai file Glints kan?
Enggak, aku punya
Bang Andi, jadi kesimpulannya aku ngoyo itu gimana?
Ya, ini pengen banget gitu, antusias.
Oh gitu.
Antusiasnya
Iya,
kurang.
gimana ya? Hah? Masa kayak gitu kurang?
Nanti lihat aja videomu. That's my point of view. Nah, nih kayak gini. Nanti ada Alfian, ini di bawahnya nih ada scorecard aku nih, scorecard aku juga. Nah, nanti scorecardnya Alfian nggak bisa lihat skor aku. Aku nggak bisa lihat skor Alfian. Gitu. Kalau misal multiples apa ya, user ya kayak gitu. Kayak gitu, multiple user interviewers. Gitu sih buat teman-teman. Gimana sesi malam ini? Is it help you guys?
Keren. Bang, tapi sebenarnya aku tuh nggak nyiapin yang sekarang. Aku sebenarnya nyiapin digital marketing. Tapi karena ngeliat pertanyaannya yang sebelum-sebelumnya kok mematikan begitu, aku kayaknya nggak bisa jawab deh. Jadi akhirnya aku yang aku jago aja lah gitu.
Kan
Oke.
tergantung minta berapa kan.
Iya, bener, meminta berapa
Gitu.
gitu. Tapi di VA
Gitu.
bisa anak ini bisa tanpa itu oke loh. Seru
Ya.
ya, bisa dapat good numbers itu oke loh. Dia oke loh Pak numbersnya. Oke teman-teman, ketik 1 dulu if it is helping you guys. If no, klik 2 kalau misalnya nanti kita bawa another interviewers, another SR. Tadi itu aku telepon chat Alfian, ayo masuk ya gitu kan. Udah bisa masuk dia. Next time kita bawa another SR. Since aku udah bawa punya I burn 25 millions this week for let the SR come. Ada SR nggak di sini ya? Nah, SR nggak kuat begadang biasanya. Udah habis dia kena push recruitment. Gitu intinya teman-teman. If you guys happy, tell your friends. If you're not happy with my service, tell me. Kayak gitu ya. Cukup dari aku guys. Thank you. Happy weekend.
Thank you Bang, happy weekend.
Oke. Happy weekend. Lives-nya ended.